Okay, welcome to Botany. I'm going to take you through the course so you are prepared for what you'll see when you enter the online course tomorrow morning. This video is for Botany, so click on your course, Botany. The first thing you'll see when you come into here is this home page. It's called the course home over here. I'll update the news like once a week, maybe a little more frequently. I'll try to reiterate the schedule deadlines, but I'll give you other information about assignments that are coming up or special dates like the withdrawal date. Over here on the left side, we have some helpful links. If you're having any technology issues, you need to call the help desk or chat with them online. And it's really important that you do this right while the problem's happening. They can go into your computer and see what's happening. They can reset a test, etc., to help you to succeed with that. And I'm not going to penalize you for a technical issue, but I really can't help you, especially if you don't take a screenshot. So make sure you help yourself by using this link. Up here, there are some little notifications about messages and updates. In here, you can enter information about your profile if you'd like and change your account settings. Okay, so the home just takes you right back to this page we're on, and then you will go into content. The content is really like a living document of the course and all the materials you'll need to complete the course. So some of these draft ones you can't see, but essentially you'll go and you'll read about the course, you'll find out about all the details that would be in a normal syllabus, and then I highly recommend that you print out the schedule. When you come back to this content tab here, it goes back to whatever page you were on last. So, if you access the syllabus, that's what will appear automatically when you come back here, but it's always good to have a paper record to keep the dates straight in your head. So you'll see when to participate in discussion. It's really kind of foolish to lose points by not participating in discussion. It's really an enjoyable part of class, helps us build community, and it's the formative assessment in the class. So you'll get the most points for your effort and the least worry for penalization like during an exam. So over here you'll see when to take the test, the quizzes, and then this first lab date here usually gets pushed back because we don't send the lab kits until the drop date. So that doesn't give you a whole lot of time to work on that, but we'll communicate about that in the news. Okay? And then you'll see what chapters you should be reading every week. I really recommend that you read as much as you can. The main thing about this course is there's a lot of reading, and although they're concepts that you've interacted with before because you have been in biology classes, there's a lot of biochemistry that requires concentrated reading. And we've written study guides, students and I, over the semesters, and I'll post those for you to use. And I tried to fully outline the first chapter or two to give you a good start and give you a model of what kind of notes would really help you during the quiz, because the quizzes are open book. Okay, so the course information has also resources that you'll need, like your rubrics for all the assignments down here. And these rubrics include a lot of detail about what makes a top-notch submission and different levels of achievement that you can achieve by following the rubrics. So please do not ignore the rubrics. Let's look at this lab info one, probably the most important one. So it gives you information about the lab itself and what you'll be doing there and what you might have to do to set it up. I've written like a Word document submission form for every lab because the ones published by the lab company are in PDF form, which makes it a little more difficult to write in them. And you'll be able to see those within the drop boxes and also in the website called Lab Archives, where you'll access your lab procedures. Here's information about referencing and how to submit your work, how to enter diagrams and various things, plagiarism, and then here's the grading rubric. So the rubrics are also posted in their respective areas. So like the lab Dropbox has a rubric copy to it, and the discussions have a first discussion that just has the rubric in it, so you can look at it there. So follow these guidelines. Don't miss any of these check marks. A rubric is basically like a checklist for you and for me, and so I can do objective grading. Okay, so we'll go back to the top here. Then after you go through the content, you'll introduce yourself in discussion and get started right away. So as I mentioned, the discussion is the formative part of the class. This is where you're going to get the most out of it, socially, emotionally, and intellectually. So please don't avoid the discussions. Come every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. In the first discussion, we just have this integrity piece, and this is kind of like your authentic statement about being an honorable student and not cheating and plagiarizing other people's work. And then we'll get into our response topic. There's usually 2 things that you can communicate about, and they're explained there in the header, and then when you enter a discussion, you can see it all in full, start a new thread, and follow the work of others as well. The first discussion, though, that you'll want to enter is the introductory discussion. Go in there and introduce yourselves, and this way, there's a lot of students in this class always from Fort Collins, and they go to Front Range or CSU, and they haven't gotten into any other botany class. So it is highly likely that you'll have study mates close by that you can work with throughout the semester to study, and you could do your labs together. You have to submit independent work, so authentic work to each of your own Dropboxes. But you're welcome to work together, and usually like 70% of the students live somewhere in Boulder or Weld County. Okay, going on to assignments, there you can get to the discussions. Dropboxes are where you submit your labs. And then the due dates are listed here, but they're open all the time. You can work ahead once you get your lab kit. There is one ongoing lab. It lasts for the whole semester. If your seeds don't germinate, that's the kind of thing you have to communicate with me about. There would be no excuse for saying at the end of the semester, basically, that this semester long lab wasn't working for you, because we can help you out. And the way you communicate with me is through this email tab right here. Please send me emails within D2L. That's easier for me because I teach lots of classes, and that gives me a sense of what class you're in and what discussions we've had before. Okay, I think that's all the really pertinent information. I look forward to meeting you in discussion, and please let me know if you have any questions.